Yes. Take contacts 1. Farmers.
Was ist das? Specifically in parentheses. Farmers.
It's kind of an honor.
Everywhere. Farmers everywhere.
Okay.
There's a farmers
So,
union.
He knows everywhere.
Yeah.
because you took that background specifically in farmers, okay?
They're all dead.
We are in the 100 Kingdoms. The specific kingdom that you are in is called the Bearskin.
Sorry, what?
N-E, bear, B-E-A-R, skin, S-K-I-N. The Bearskin.
Oh, sounds terrible.
Okay?
I feel this should be a reference.
I'll explain later.
Makes it worse.
There's no said royalty. There's a mayor. The mayor runs the kingdom.
Okay.
It's a small kingdom. Very small kingdom. The main sources of income are exporting the farmed crops, exporting labor. Not necessarily like, yeah, here, have our people, but like, yeah, we've got this team of really talented farmers, and your farmlands are turned to shit. Well, we'll charge you a very hefty fee, and they'll fix your farms.
Going to irrigation and stuff.
Right.
They export skilled labor.
Exactly. So you're all here for one reason or another. Maybe you're just coming back from an expedition. Maybe you fucked off after all of your friends and family died, and this is where you just happened to land after you finished walking. Maybe you're trying to become the next mayor. You're one of those upstart axe-hole kind of peoples.
Sounds like
Asshole.
Maybe this is just where you popped up out of the ground. Maybe this is where you find yourself performing.
Love it.
For one reason or another, you're all here. About
Now my motivation.
a week ago, there were a whole bunch of bright lights going on, and no one really knew what happened. The mayor told everybody not to really worry about it. And then this morning, the mayor has gathered everybody in the town square. Who goes to the town meeting?
Yo.
Yeah.
Oh, are we doing the what we suck at, what we're good
Nope,
at? And
not this time.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we?
What about names?
We'll get there after the town meeting.
Just real quick for those at home, on a very special episode of Easily Distracted Gamers this week, because
It's Wednesday, not Thursday.
Yeah, we're doing it on a different night.
Are we doing it tomorrow again?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
Yeah, we should.
Who do you think we are?
The objective is to be full bore into the straight up Exalted campaign tomorrow. That's the objective.
What we did tonight is basically we made a Deadpool, so we are going to check that at one point when something happens.
When the first person dies,
and
Let me bet on myself.
the Deadpool gets checked.
well, yeah, because
Shines, do round things.
so we are going to have a moment where we
You have
may
a real name,
or may not lose
and
our
then
shit
go
over
with
that
something else to these people.
because
Yeah,
we're like
yeah.
that. Okay, so back to
So, who goes to the town meeting?
Yo.
Who gets
Yo.
there?
There's a hunched over, nervous looking gentleman kind of off to the side.
I've actually been here for like a few years.
Okay.
So
He has a hood up.
I'm integrated.
Okay, so everyone's there. The mayor is a tall gentleman, maybe just over 6 feet tall. He's got a little bit of a portly belly, but not like that. He's fairly well muscled otherwise. You can tell that he didn't become mayor just because he was wealthy. He worked really hard, was a good person, people respect him kind of a way.
That's beer muscle.
Yeah, exactly.
muscle.
Best kind of muscle. Well learned.
His hair is starting to thin up in the front, but what you can see is a...
He's got a party in the back.
It's like no, not quite like that. But it's like an autumn red. He dresses very nicely, wearing a lot of leathers, things like that. He's got 2 flame pieces on his belt. And a powder horn. He says, "Now I just wanted to let y'all know. I've received word from the realm this morning, and they're going to be coming and doing an investigation, looking for some anathema. So."
Apostrophe anathema.
My suggestion is to
Anathema.
comply, and if you do not want to deal with these realm folk, you should leave in the night. But don't tell no one I said you to. That's all.
Why are you still here?
Any questions? Nervous looking fellow in the back?
Turn and start walking away.
Didn't think so. Alright, go back to work.
I take the stage
Why would you take it?
because it's mine now.
Just leave it there.
Do you call
Really,
everybody's
before
attention
he
one way?
leaves? No, as he's walking away, I get up on the stage real quick and announce real quick that, by the way, everyone, Eloquent Knight's Perfect Devil here, running
Now,
command
boy!
firm. Oh, yes, sir.
I tell you, boy, get off of my stage.
Oh, I was merely borrowing it for a moment. I mean,
You want to have your own meeting, you become a town official. Now get off.
Ah, yes, well, that's what this is in regard to, good sir.
Click.
Now, why don't we put that away? There's no need for any
Now
cause for
get
that.
Go on. Shoot.
Quaint. Let's see. Well then, sir. Soon to say. I walk off like I own the place, just fucking don't care.
What did you just say? Soon to what?
Soon to say.
Okay, that's what I thought.
When you were on stage, what did we see? What are you looking like?
A very dapper-looking gentleman in very fine clothes, suave hair, slick back, very fine material. It looks kind of like kind of uniformish, but like it was fancy clothes made to kind of look like uniform, but not actually uniform. Not when it goes for ruffians. Please.
You got parade armor on.
Yeah. Sounds all right.
Who has a perception awareness pool of more than 6?
It is 6.
That all depends.
Also, what he said.
Hearing based.
Nope.
Mine is 6. If you include my awareness eagle eye, it would be 7.
Okay. You don't hear it. What's yours?
5.
Nope.
Mine is 6.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. The mayor mutters something, and nobody hears exactly what, but they hear that he mutters something. That's all. He waits to make sure that you don't get back up on the stage after he walks away.
Tatty bye.
He shoots you in... I'm just kidding. As much as I want to, as much as I said that I was going to, I'm not going to do
Well,
that
I had to.
right now.
Right now.
The crowd disperses, for the most part. And then he goes back to his mayoral duties.
Hunched over gentleman with the hood on sits down near the local tavern and with his hood on and glazed white eyes showing through his hood, just sits there with a cup.
Like, alms for the poor type cup?
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Alms for the poor.
No vagrancy in this town. Get out.
Okay. Your cup hits the ground.
Thud.
Clink.
What's in it?
A lot of stuff.
What do I see?
You get nice and close to it.
I have to.
A whole bunch of jade coins. Like,
What?
2 fistfuls of jade coins.
I raise my cup and just croak out, God's bless.
Have to roll again. Hey, look at that. You feel yourself gripped about the elbows, somewhat roughly, and hoisted to your feet.
I steady myself and squint into who is manhandling me.
It's not. For a second, you think it's the mayor, but it's not, because poor eyesight. He's the tall guy. His facial features are somewhat obscured. He's wearing a weird hat, somewhere that you've never really seen it before. It like comes up in the back and then it comes forward to a point.
Okay.
He's wearing like a blue and white like vest armor thing that has like a sash coming down the side, and leather pants. He's got a really fancy looking sword on his head.
I nod my head and grip my disgusting hands tight around the cup, and I thank you. You're too kind.
He whispers to you, and he asks you, "What's wrong?"
Now that I have funds, significantly less
Why are you begging?
to make coin.
Have you no profession?
Profession isn't something I'm familiar with, no.
So this is the only way that you eat.
This week, yes.
Come with me, he says.
I walk alongside him. I don't have any limp or anything you might expect from a hunchback beggar.
Can I see your sheet for just a second?
Definitely not.
Okay. Okay. He takes you to one of the houses that you know is abandoned in town. There was a bad fire here last year, and nobody's repaired it. Nobody's moved in since.
Eat your soul.
When you get close to things like the door jamb and the windowsills and stuff like that, you can see that there's some new wood there. Like someone's been working on this. But you don't remember anybody bringing in new lumber in the last week and a half, maybe even the last month.
Does it smell like freshly cut lumber?
He asks you what your upbringing was. He asks you a lot of very personal questions. Like what your upbringing was like, why you have no life skills, things like that.
So I'm perfectly fine answering questions about my life skills, and the fact is that I just don't have any that lend themselves very well to living in a city. I was raised far away from here in a small village that was out in the woods, more of a tribe. And at some point, I grew too big for my britches and had to move on. And now I find myself in civilization.
Going off the dots on your sheet here. He goes, "You're not very good at talking to people, are you?"
No, but I do tend to impress.
So here's what I'd like to do. I'd like you to come back here every day for the rest of the week at dawn. And we'll have lessons.
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 Like hunting?
Like how to talk to people better. So that you can teach them how to hunt and get paid for it.
I could teach to hunt.
If you were better talking to people. I'm going to help you with that.
Okay.
I'm going to help you manage your money. So that you don't spend all that this week.
I know it's many coins, but it's only 2 coins for a meal.
Not with those coins.
Are they favored?
Those coins, if you take one and you give it to the man at the tavern for a meal, he should give half of it back to you.
So then I can get another meal.
You can get another meal when you're hungry again.
Okay. I shall be back here at dawn.
Okay.
The entire time the hood has stayed low.
That's it.
Okay.
He doesn't stop you if you try to leave.
I thank him for the coin once more and tuck it into my coat and my robes, and I wander off.
Okay.